What's up, rockers from all over the world? Welcome to a very special phone interview with Danielsen from Smile Empty Soul. First of all, thank you so much for your time. I know you guys are on tour right now, the end of the World Tour, which I'll be catching your show at Whiskey A Go Go, and I'll do a whole set breakdown and how you guys were live and all that good stuff. But first, how's this new tour going? You know, how are you loving it? You guys are hopping on tours on and off.
Yeah, the tour's going great. It's only about a week and a half in now, but we're really catching the groove and feeling the set list, and the bands have been great, the shows have been great. Looking forward to hitting some of our old haunts like the LA show here coming up.
That's going to be a hometown show because you guys are doing Santa Clarita tomorrow and then Whiskey A Go Go Wednesday night.
Yep. They're both kind of hometowny for us because we came out of Santa Clarita, but we played the LA club scene almost exclusively when we were young, So definitely got the hometown feel for us.
Like every band nowadays, or more or less where everyone goes to get the band music going on in Hollywood on Sunset.
Yep. Yeah, it's been like that for a long time.
So then I guess it's a good segue to, you guys have been a band for, you've been the key member of the whole band since, 2003, first album, well over a decade. And, this is probably like close to your 100th tour going on. I mean, how does it feel to still be in this rock genre, in this music genre, and just still touring, still putting out music? What's that feeling like for you?
It's awesome, I still enjoy writing music and recording music and watching the whole progression of the music that you create, watching it come to life and then taking it on the road and playing it for people. So I still enjoy that quite a bit, and it's cool to look back over the years and sometimes stop and think about how much music we have actually put out there and how many shows we've done, But it at the same time, it feels like it's kind of, gone by really quickly too. So,
I mean,
it's one of those things.
From just the band itself and plus solo stuff you've done, you guys have 7 studio albums, 3 EPs, and then all your solo music you're doing as well. It's like you and the band just keep pumping out music.
Yeah, I mean, we try to stay productive, and I'm always writing, so it kind of makes it easy in that sense. There's always songs there. It's just a matter of organizing when to go in the studio and when to release stuff,
And so, what do you think it's really important? So I did interviewed with Adelita's Way at their House of Blues show, and they're very proud and very adamant of being an independent band. What do you think right now is a way for a band to go? Is it because record labels and the whole now music streaming is becoming an interesting battle and how much money you're getting from it? So what do you think a up-and-coming band that are starting, getting their music on Spotify, do you think that record label dream come true is worth it, or should they rough it out and put all their effort in as an independent band?
I mean, I don't know. There's no real one answer to that. It's kind of a case-by-case basis. Every band has to do what makes sense for them. So if it's a band that has the tools and ability to create everything on their own at a high quality, and then the skills to use social media and intelligent ways.
And then, so it's kind of more or less the same thing he said as well, Rick from Adelita's Way. So what has been your guys' form? What has been your formula, you would say, then, as a band that works for you guys?
Well, for us, we don't really need the record company at this point because we have enough under our belt where, we have a foundational kind of fan base built, and we rely on that, and we have our streams of promotion, and we have our system down, so we just kind of do our thing.
And with now the new streaming act that was passed earlier this year for everyone to get more payout from Spotify and Apple Music, and now kind of like the decline of CDs, it's almost like you only have to put out digital streaming music, and now iTunes is not selling music anymore. What's going to be your guys' revenue source besides, selling merchandise on the road, you would say, for your music?
Well, I mean, when you own your own music and you release it yourself and it gets streamed a lot, it turns into revenue. So we definitely do make revenue from streaming already, and it's just basically like the industry has changed so much that you have to evolve with it and anticipate to continue to evolve, because it's not done changing right now. It's still in such an in-between kind of place. They haven't figured out proper systems for everything, and technology just kind of came in too fast and smushed what was there before.
Yeah.
So it's like we have our revenue spread out enough that we're okay, but we also keep our finger on the pulse enough to try and see what's coming ahead and try to adapt and stay alive through it all,
Yeah, I completely understand that. I know a lot of bands as well are doing they're selling their music personally through another site, a third party, or on their own website, doing the different formats, MP3 or WV. So I know that's another thing a lot of bands doing. Like heavy metal band Upon and Burning Body are doing that as well, since iTunes is unfortunately going away and everyone's doing streaming.
Right.
So, but I know you guys you've had, whether it be new fans or diehard fans, and the new fans are coming from the diehard fans, that they're taking their kids, and I'm seeing fans posting photos and tagging you guys on it, coming on when you guys do a tour. So I know you guys, your music is still prevalent, and it's always awesome when I'm bringing it up. Hey, do you remember Small Empty Soul? I'm like, oh my God, they're still around. I'm like, yeah, you need to check out their new music.
Awesome, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some people that have not been aware that we've stayed around and made music post our big radio days, but it's always good to meet them and let them know that there's a bunch of other stuff there to check out.
And you guys are still getting, I don't know if you know it or not, but you guys still get turntable time on Sirius XM Turbo Octane.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So they'll play the old classic, Silhouettes, Bottom of a Bottle. I hear that going through there. So, they're still pumping you guys, at least on that throwback channel from the good 2000s.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So then with going into the throwback, circa 2003, your self-titled album, I'm one of the fortunate few that still have the hard copy CD and have it converted to digital, but that's kind of gone in existence now. You can't find that anywhere unless it's on YouTube and people uploading it. What happened to that album?
Well, it's caught up in legal red tape, long story short. So it's privately owned, and that party doesn't want to re-release it, so it's not available anywhere. Then as far as physical copies go, the label had printed a certain amount, and then their rights to the record expired, so they stopped printing them, and they aren't available anywhere. You can still get them, sometimes on eBay and Amazon, like used copies or whatever, but that's about it. So, it's just one of those things. It's tied up.
Do you think you guys will ever own the rights to it and put it out again, remastered? I know you've done it, like with the Rarities. You guys have had, some songs you did kind of like a recover of them, but do you think you will ever get those rights and re-release that first album?
Well, it's different, re-recording something than it is re-releasing the same recording. So we don't own the rights to those recordings, but we do have the right to re-record those songs, which we did a few of them on our Shapeshifter EP, and there was one or two on Rarities, and we've done a couple here and there. But as far as the actual rights to that first record recording, I don't know if we'll ever get that back. Probably not. I would doubt it. So, it's available out there to just be kind of ripped, I guess, illegally, but it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because that was also your guys' very staple sound, as for a lot of myself, the album came out when I was in middle school, a lot of deep cut songs, but at least I know unfortunately you guys don't get any money from it, nothing from streaming from it or any physical copies because now they're all secondhand used either at a CD shop or online, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, the deal that we signed on that record anyway, though, we wouldn't see nothing on it anyway because that was the old school record days, and they took all the revenue that came in from album sales in those days. So, it's not anything new for us on that one to not be making any money on it. There are other ways that we see revenue, publishing on the songs when the songs get used in this or that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just the fact that those songs continue to get love and keep our name out there kicking around, so there's benefit to it, even if it's not some direct paycheck,
Yeah. Well, I guess going into more positive light, what's the future for Smile Empty Soul? What do you guys see what you're doing next? I know you're doing your solo music. Is there going to be a solo tour for you to do stuff like that? Will that take over eventually, or are you going to still balance it out between solo and doing Smile Empty Soul?
Well, right now the plan is we're going in the studio here at the end of this month and cranking out some new music that I hope to release in December. We have a new EP coming out called Sheep, and we're going to wrap this tour that we're on now up on the 26th in St. Louis, go right in the studio, knock that out, but then we've got a tour going on in November that we're going to be announcing shortly in the Midwest, in Texas, and some of the surrounding areas. And then we're also booking something for January, February in the southern U.S. states. So the immediate future is a couple more tours on the horizon and a new release later on in the year.
That's awesome, man. You guys are, like I said before, you're always active, putting out music, coming out with music. I know I'm sure you have more than enough songs written from being a songwriter yourself, and it sounds like you guys always are ahead of the next step, planning out the next 2 years, and continue.
Yeah, you just try to have a good plan,
Yeah.
Be organized and be ready for the next step, and it's worked for us, so let's keep doing it.
And it shows in your music hustle as being able to see a band for going 15 years as a band and still putting out music and touring and having fans and new fans following you. Your music is still around and people are still finding you, and I'm very happy, and I'm sure other fans are very happy that you're still doing this and making music for them to listen to.
Well, thanks, Ben.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing your show at Whiskey, and I'm going to have a whole review about it. And for everybody else, when I post this live, I'm going to have links to their social media, all that good stuff where you can find them, and check out the tour dates where you can catch them in your local town. So thank you again, John. I hope you have a great day and for the rest of the tour, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
Perfect, man. Thanks for having me.